My book is Hard Luck by Jeff Kinney, and this is brought to you by Justin Ford. The genre of this book is realistic fiction. Play the video. That's why I brought the 8-ball.
Cool.
Greg Heffley is the main character, and he's so ordinary, he's weird. And his best friend, Rowley, has been his best friend for all of his life. And now he has a girlfriend, and they're separating. Fregley is a dorky kid that nobody really likes, but Greg makes Rowley's replacement. The summary of this book is Greg's best friend Rowley gets a girlfriend and he tries to replace him. And his mom finds out about this, and it's funny because she makes him a play date with her friend's son, which is actually in high school, and it seemed really awkward. And now in the playground for recess, he goes to the Find a Friend station, and the only person that came to him was his social studies teacher, Mr. Nerd, and he played checkers with him. So now he's to the last resort, Fregley, and I think he tries to turn Fregley into Rowley, and in the lunchroom he tries to make Fregley funny to impress girls. The funniest part of this book was the 8-ball. That's what I'm about to read up. Yesterday when I woke up on Roderick's floor, I spotted something under his bed when I was getting dressed. It was one of those magic 8-balls. I think Roderick got it as a present one year and must have forgotten all about it after it rolled under his bed. I was pretty excited to find it because I've never gotten to play around with one of those things before. The way you use the magic 8-ball is by asking it a question, then shaking it up and waiting for your answer to appear in a little window in the back. I was curious to see if it actually worked, so I gave it a try. I thought of a question and concentrated real hard, then gave the magic 8-ball a good shake. Am I the smartest person in my family? Is what he asked. A few seconds later, this is what showed up on the little window. It is certain. I have to say, I was pretty impressed, but I needed to ask this thing a few more questions to make sure if it was for real. Don't you think Rowley and Abigail are totally obnoxious? And every single time it was right on the money. It is decidedly so. Even when I tried to throw it for a loop, I got an answer that seemed pretty reasonable. What's the grossest thing I've ever accidentally eaten? Better not tell you now. Then I realized this thing wasn't only good for answering questions, I could ask it for advice too. I started by asking the magic 8-ball if I should take a shower and if I really needed to finish the outline for my science fair project. I got a yes on the hygiene issue, but the magic 8-ball totally got me off the hook on my project. It said, my sources say no. See, this is what's been missing my whole life. Now that I've got something to help me make all the little decisions, I'm free to focus on important stuff. In school, we learned that Albert Einstein wore the same clothes every day, so he didn't have to waste any brain power on deciding what to wear. And that's exactly what this thing's going to do for me. In fact, without the magic 8-ball for just one day, I thought, I don't know how I ever got by without it. So are we going to unload the dishwasher or what? And then he used the magic 8-ball. There's a testing class, and he didn't study for it, so he brought the magic 8-ball to school, and he was wearing a Snuggie that day under his clothes, so it slipped out of his hand when he tried to shake it, and it rolled to the teacher's desk, and she sent him to the principal's office, and he got really mad, so he had to call Mom. Greg spends the entire book trying to replace Rowley. It was really funny to read the things that he did. How does Greg finally replace Rowley? You'll have to read the book to find out. I like this book because it was funny and it had cartoon drawings like a comic book. Also, things that happened to Greg could happen to anybody in our class, which is really funny to think about. I recommend this book to people that like realistic humor, and it's an easy read, so I really recommend it to boys. There's an entire series of Diamond P. Kid books by Jeff Kinney, and I've read all of them. I haven't done the do-it-yourself book because it's probably too much work.